Hi guys, welcome back to the Far Side of Normal. So, woohoo! Finally, I get to tell you guys Easter eggs and fun facts and tips and tricks from last week's webisode, which was, if you saw the first title, it was Season 2, Webisode 3, Bait. Or, when I flipped it, it was just Webisode 9, Bait. In any case, it was a new webisode. Happy day, happy day. Okay. So here's the skinny. There's not really a lot of Easter eggs, so to speak, in this webisode, but the one that was subtle that I was kind of proud of, I hope you guys caught it, was Bree. When she was done being patted down and kind of tested by Connor, she asked, "Are you going to buy me dinner?" And he's like, I had to be thorough. She's like, "Yeah, I just bet you did." That was a nod and a shout out to Joe Harville. So if you guys remember season 2, webisode 6 of Supernatural, it was called No Exit. That's when Joe snuck along on a hunt with Sam and Dean, and it was a serial killer, and she got. Anyways, walking down the hall, she was like, "So are you gonna buy me dinner?" Dean's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Since you're riding me so hard, you should at least buy me dinner." And he was like, "Ah, ha, ha," really funny. So that was my nod and shout out to Joe and Supernatural. Joe, we love you. Rest in peace. So that was the only Easter egg, so to speak. A couple of fun facts, and there's a lot of them, so we're going to break it up. We'll do some of them this week, and then we'll do the second half of the fun facts next week, plus kind of tips and tricks. So the big one is the hunter, Connor. Originally, Mike, who plays him, he's an awesome possum, was only supposed to be in one webisode. If you remember last season's webisode, he was in Girl Crush at the bar when he sidled up to Kat. And we were like, hey now. And he ended up taking her back to the bar when Bree got kidnapped. Well, Mike is so awesome. He and Cassandra, who plays Kat, had such great chemistry. And we were like, we need a hunter. And so I called him up and I literally created the character and a backstory for him, which was kind of fun. So originally he was a one-off, kind of like Bobby, but God bless one-offs. When they're awesome, you just bring them back. So now he's going to be an integral part of the girl. So that was the mysterious stranger that reappears that helps him out with rescuing Melissa, which was the little hunter in training, or not the hunter in training, the cleaner in training, who was the daughter of one of our friends that was a cleaner. That's one of the fun facts. The second fun fact is it was a hot dang mess trying to get all the pieces. So, literally the day before, we found Sophie, who played Melissa, who we had to rescue. Jill, who played Jamie, the crazy girl that kidnapped Bree before, was unavailable. So we got Sophie, who looked similar to her, and Sophie was awesome. That's why we had to change the script and kind of on the fly say, "Oh, look, made you look." She had a spell, it was all good, and that's why her form and features are different, because she wanted to blend in and not stick out so that she could get close and get people. Anyways, that was one of them. The second thing is we're going to get this awesome guy to play the ghoul, and he is none other than W.B. Belle. He's one of the regulars on the show that everybody loves, which is Jeffrey Dean Morgan's show, The Walking Dead. So he's one of Negan's goons, and he had filmed for like 15 hours, probably a day and a half before we were supposed to start shooting. And so he got injured, and he couldn't do our webisode and play the ghoul. But hopefully down the road we'll bring him, because he is so awesome and he's so sweet. He looks menacing and terrifying. Like, I'm not even kidding. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley or get on his bad side, but he's the sweetest thing and the nicest guy. He just looks very intimidating, so he's perfect for Negan's goon, I'm sure. So that was another fun fact, that we were supposed to get him as the ghoul, and he would have been so awesome. But alas, he got injured on the set, and so my friend Nadia, who was an awesome possum, jumped in, and she was the girl that was the ghoul. What else happened? There was so much going on. Oh my gosh. So we said Jamie had to be replaced. He couldn't make it. Mike was supposed to be in one-off, but now is an integral part of the girl's world as Connor and not Hunter, which I thought was clever. It's kind of a play on words, and we cracked ourselves up about that. We already talked about in last week's webisode with Nadia that there was no outside filming because the weather was just so ridiculous. Oh my gosh, it rained just seriously hard. Fun fact. So the day of filming, we literally had to set up and rearrange all 3 stages, which normally takes a little bit of work, but we made it happen, Captain. And so what you saw in those different rooms, like the room where the ghoul jumped Mike and then Bree shot her and then she got set up on the fly. The room where the pool table was and Melissa was laid out on the pool table, set up on the fly. Like all this literally kind of is on the fly, which brings me to the point. I love filming. It's challenging, but the challenging parts are the fun parts because you have to use your creative juices and kind of be mother necessity. So find out what you have and kind of make it work, which I think we did a darn good job about. In this next webisode coming up, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you guys about that, but I digress. We're focused on this one. That was it. It was super fun. It was really, really challenging because again, those are the most, or they were the most people that we've had in one webisode, and it was the most ambitious webisode we've did so far, but I actually liked it. It turned out better than I hoped. Not as much, how do I say this? Not as great as I hoped, but it still turned out good with all the things that we had to change at the last minute or we had to improvise on. So I'm kind of proud of it. I now know why there are different people for different roles on TV series, and one day soon, I will be on a show and all I have to do is focus on acting, which I hope to get better at as we go along. Because remember, this is a web series that's made in love. We don't know what we're doing. I'm figuring this out as I go, kind of learning as I go. And so I hope each webisode we get better and better, because it is a, again, love letter to the show Supernatural and all things supernatural. So I think we are getting better. I hope that as we go down the road, my budget gets bigger, because again, I pay out of pocket, but again, it's a love letter to the show. So giddy up. That's all I have for this week. I hope that you guys were able to watch it. Leave comments and feedback down below. And again, happy Wednesday. It's hump day. You're halfway there, people. Halfway there. You're almost there. You're almost there. Until next time, sweet Deans and sweet Sams. Bye.